This particular model looks really nice from from first glance here. The texture is really smooth. There's no like hot spots or bright spots. Very, very well lit for me at first glance anyway. But let's start with the subject difficulty. And in terms of difficulty, this isn't too bad. It's still a small object. You can kind of get around it, but there are some things that you need to do to get underneath. And so, I think you can see the back is not done here. So I think the person doing this one was really just worried about getting the front and top side, but it's a little tricky trying to get the underside, that sort of thing. Now, let me look at the photographs here. So, obviously, there are enough photographs taken to reconstruct this model, but you'll see they're all from the top kind of pointing down. And that is okay for sort of the overall, but you're going to be missing out on a lot of different spots. So this could have benefited from more photos to fill in the back where we're missing here. And if we even go to the front, and we look underneath, you'll notice here that, okay, there's no photos from underneath. So when making the mesh, it just closed that part up and tried to fill it with some texture there. But, it's really not complete in terms of the overall model. You see it caught this part here when it was taking photos, right? Probably caught it at something like this angle. So in fact, if I go here and I start moving around, you can overlay the photos. And they could have gotten a little closer, although, they filled it up pretty well, getting in closer and sometimes even cutting off part of the object, just getting them really, really close, cutting them off in thirds, like getting into a third and then the next third and the next third. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. You will reconstruct the model and you'll get more details by getting a little bit closer. So, yeah, definitely more photos here, no problem. The mesh quality, let's just look at the front here because obviously we know that the back isn't complete. And you'll see it's not too bad. Okay, this could be a little smoother. I think if they were a little closer up, they might have been able to improve this. Underneath, looks like it's just been filled. I don't think this was actually photographed. I probably just tried to close the back. And of course here we're missing a bunch of data. Over here this looks pretty good. So the mesh is okay. It's getting closer would have helped to resolve these little fine details. But overall, when you give it a texture, it looks quite good. So this one here, overall, I would give it, maybe a 6.5, something on that nature, maybe a 6.5. Yeah, about a 6.5. I think it could be improved with just some more photos. That would have been really, really helpful.